In this tutorial, we're going to take a look at equality, relational, and conditional operators. In other words, we can call them logical operators. So I'm going to create another class yet again. So let's call this logical operators. Now, logical operators are very important in the Java programming language. It's important for programmers for the sake of logic. So you really have to take this with a sort of importance. So public static void main string x okay. So there are several logical operators. We have the equality operators and the relational operators. So we're going to take a look at them one by one. So assuming we have a variable, let's say int x to be equals to 5, and then I said x and then I typed z. So and then we have another variable int y to be equal to 6. So we can check if those two variables are equal using the equality operator. So there is an operator that can be used to check if two variables are equal. So let's take a look at the possibility of both of them being equal. Of course, we already know that they are not equal, but sometimes you may not know the value of the variable in a program, and in order for you to determine whether they are equal or not, you can do this. You can say x double equals sign y. So this can be used to check if x is equals to y. Now the value of the result of any of these operators will result in either true or false. So let's check it out. Let's compile this. So I'm gonna clear the screen, then I'm gonna compile logical operators.java. Here we go. And then I'm gonna run logical operators.java, and then you can see we have false. So the reason why it's showing false is because x is not equal to y. X is storing the value of 5 and y is storing the value of 6. So that's why it's showing up false. However, we can also compare x with another number instead of a variable. Like we can say is x equals to 5. So it's always like a kind of checking if something is true or false. I'm talking about the use of this operator. Notice that this operator is quite different from this other operator, because this operator is used to assign a value to a variable, whereas this one is not assigning a value to a variable. It's actually checking if the variable here is equal to the value here, or if the variable here is equal to another variable here. Okay, so in this case we want to check if x the value of the variable x is equal to 5. So let's recompile this program, and then we run it, and you guess it's going to show true. So that's the equality operator, and let's take a look at the not equal operator. So this one checks if two things are equal. How about checking if two things are not equal? So if we say system.out.println, and then if we want to find out if x is not equal to y, we can check it out by compiling it again. Then we run it, and you can see it shows true. So the second true here is saying that it is true that x is not equal to y. Okay. However, if y was equal to 5 and we recompile this program and then we run it again, you're gonna see it's gonna show false. The reason why it's showing false is because, again, we are checking if x is not equal to y. Is it true that x is not equal to y? Of course, it's not true, because x is actually equal to y. The value of x is 5 and the value of y is 5. So we are checking if it is true that it's not equal to. In this case, they are equal to, so that's why it's showing false. Quite confusing, huh? But if you really take some time to think about it very well, you get the point. Okay. So let's take a look at another one, the greater than sign. We can check if a variable is greater than another variable. Here we go. We can determine is x greater than 5. So let's recompile and run it. So you can see the third print line statement says false. X is not greater than 5 because x is actually equal to 5. Let's try and make this program to be kind of interactive. So how do we do that? I'm gonna group this and then concatenate it with this statement, so that this will be determined, as this will be evaluated first before we concatenate it with this statement. So it's important you also note this, feature or this skill of doing this, because you're gonna need it a lot. So we can say is x equal to 5. So that's what we're checking over here. Is x equal to 5. Over here we're checking is x not equal to y. That's what we're checking here. And this other one is x greater than 5. So that's what we're checking here. So let's make that program to be a little bit more interactive so that we understand what we're doing. So this question marks really makes it look ugly, huh? So let's get rid of them. Okay, so is x equals to 5? True. Is x not equal to y? False. Is x greater than 5? False. You can see over here. So that's making it to be interactive. Alright, so x is not greater than 5 because x is actually equal to 5. So let's take a look at the less than. Assuming we want to check if assuming we want to check if x is less than 10. So you can say, we can ask, is x less than 10? So what do you think is gonna come out? Let's recompile. Oops, I forgot to concatenate. I was terrible. Okay, so let's clear the screen and recompile. Maybe I'm kind of stressed out. Alright, so once again, let's clear the screen and recompile. Good, so no news is good news. And let's run the program. So is x less than 10? It's true, because x is equals to 5 and x is less than 10. Alright, so there are two more equality operators. Let's take a look at them. We can check if x is less than or equal to 10, or we can check if x is greater than or equal to 5. So let's take a look at that. So I'm gonna copy this because I'm getting lazy now. So I'm gonna paste this, then I'm gonna modify this to be greater than or equal to 5. Okay, and in that case we are gonna put this to check if x is greater than or equal to 5. So this is the greater than or equal to operator that is used to check if a particular value is greater than or equal to another value. Alright, so here we're going to also check if x is less than or equal to or equal to 10. So is x less than or equal to 10? So I'm going to check for whether they are true or false in both cases. So let's take a look at it and compile it. So I'm going to clear the screen and hopefully I don't have any errors. Good. Run it. So you can see here x is greater than or equal to 5, true, and x is less than or equal to 10, true. So why is it showing true in both cases? The reason why it's showing true is because we are checking if x is greater than or equal to 5. So it doesn't matter if x isn't greater than 5, at least we were checking if it's greater than or equal to. In this case it is equal to 5, so it's true. Okay, and in the second case here we're checking if x is less than or equal to 10. So it's showing true. Okay, because actually x is less than 10, even if it's not equal to 10, but it's less than 10, so it's gonna be true. So in both cases it's either is greater than true or is equal to true, or in this other case it's either is less than, then it's true, or if it's equal to, then it's true. So this is kind of inequality in mathematics, and it's also very useful in programming to check a particular range of certain things. So take this as a very important step of your learning process, because it's important to know all these equality operators. So we're gonna stop there for now, and that's it for logical operators. We had to check the equality and relational operators. I hope you found this informative, and don't forget to subscribe in our YouTube channel and our website, and I'll see you on the next video.